Welcome to our January 2022 Program of Studies Night. We are so happy that you were able to join us this evening, and we hope that you find the night to be helpful and to get you and your student excited about the 2022-2023 school year at WHS. Whether you are a returning WHS student and family, or you are new to the WH community, I want to extend my warmest welcome to you. I look forward to working with you and being partners so that each and every student at WHS can achieve success, and most importantly, is happy doing just that. Tonight, you will have the opportunity to learn about the classes and programs here at the high school. We don't expect that you will remember all of it, and we will be here throughout your high school career to help guide you and provide support. You're going to love it here at the high school. We hope tonight addresses some of the more pressing questions and gets you excited for what's ahead. I would now like to introduce you to some key people who I know are excited to meet you as well. I'm Lynn Blair, the principal.
I'm Dr. Karen Heaney. I'm one of the assistant principals, and I work with students whose last names are A through J.
Hello, I'm Lisa Kelly, and I work with students with last names H through O.
I'm Jim Kelly. I'm an assistant principal working with students last name P through Z.
And I'm Jim Cairns, Director of Athletics and Activities.
Here is a list of our school counseling team. You will see the school counselor's name and the alphabetical breakdown of the students whom they work with. I would now like to introduce Dr. Karen Heaney.
Good evening. I'm Karen Heaney, one of the assistant principals here at the high school. For course selection, we are again virtual this year. Between December and January, students received course selection information, and the program of studies was and is posted to the website. It is also still available. Teachers are currently working on course recommendations in Infinite Campus. We are hoping they will be done in the next day or two, and then we will release the academic plan to you to review your students' course recommendations. Next week and through the end of this month, you and your students should be completing course selections electronically. Then, for the 5 to 6 weeks that follow, counselors will be meeting with students to discuss those course selections. If you disagree with a teacher recommendation, there is a course waiver process which involves parent overrides. Additionally, we do request that you review your students' final course selections and expect that course verifications are completed beginning on March 14th. Finally, in the program of studies, there is an explanation of alternate coursework. I encourage you to read it if you are interested. In summary, the Wissahickon School District recognizes that students may want to challenge themselves by taking additional coursework over the summer with the purpose of advancing along a course sequence. In doing so, students must take courses equivalent to the Wissahickon High School curriculum at alternative sites, and there are certain conditions that must be met. There are deadlines for approval and requirements to earn the credit as well. The request to participate in alternative coursework is May 6th. Additional specifics can be found in the program of studies. Until April 1st of 2022, students and parents can make requests for changes in course level or elective changes only. Changes after that time are for corrections only. We do not allow changes after April 1st because of the staffing implications and the effects it will have on our master schedule. We will be well underway in building the schedule, and sections will be created based on the numbers of students in each course. Making changes would then impact teacher schedules and the master schedule in general. Please understand that if we allowed continued changes, master scheduling would be an impossible feat. Once the school year is underway, there is a process for students to move down a level, and that involves parent-student initiated changes. Level changes will only be considered at the midpoint of the first marking period if the student is failing, the student has documented and received additional supports offered by the district that might include after-school tutoring, IE period, or during study halls. Also, the student must have made an appointment with a guidance counselor to discuss the change, the impact on their future, and the impact on the schedule. The teacher must have been consulted, the parent must have made the request in writing, and this change will only be done with an administrator's approval, and a grade of W will then appear on the transcript if this request is made after the first 6 weeks of the school year. Of course, there's also an option once the school year starts for students to move up a level. In this case, the teacher recommends the change in placement. The parent and student need to meet with the teacher and counselor, and this often requires a conversation with the prior year's teacher as well. Finally, this slide is an overview of our graduation requirements. To move from 9th to 10th grade, students need a minimum of 6 credits. To move from 10th to 11th grade, students need a minimum of 12.5 credits. And then to move from grade 11 to grade 12, students need a minimum of 19 credits. There is also a career pathways portfolio requirement, and they must demonstrate proficiency on the Keystone exams. Finally, students need 26.8 credits of a Wissahickon High School diploma need 26.8 credits to earn a Wissahickon High School diploma after 4 years. The breakdown is essentially 4 credits of English, 4 credits of social studies, 7 total credits of math and science, 1 credit of wellness, a half credit of health, a credit of physical education, 2 credits of world language, that 0.8 credit of the college and career pathways portfolio, and then the remaining credits in electives. An important note is that a student must have a full program schedule that includes 8 scheduled course blocks with no more than 1 of those 8 blocks scheduled as a study hall. I would now like to introduce Mr. Jim Kelly to present the next portion of the presentation.
Hello and good evening. I'm Jim Kelly, one of the other assistant principals here at the high school. I'm going to spend some time reviewing the major changes to courses for the next school year. The first is the Career Pathways portfolio. This now replaces the Senior Graduation Project and is completed earlier in high school. For our current juniors, they will still earn 0.8 of a credit this school year. This year, sophomores, they will earn, let me start over again.
I'm making nervous.
Hello and good evening. I am Jim Kelly, one of the other assistant principals here at the high school. I'm going to spend some time reviewing the major changes to courses for the next school year. The first is the Career Pathways portfolio. This now replaces the Senior Graduation Project and is completed earlier in high school. For our current juniors, they will earn the 0.8 credit this school year. For this year's sophomores, they will work on the Career Pathways portfolio in 10th and 11th grade. And for our freshmen in every class that follows, students will earn part of the total 0.8 credits in 9th, 10th, and 11th grades. Our tech school has also created honors options for all of our CTE courses. This option is available to next year's seniors only and requires prereqs and recommendations to be completed now in 11th grade if interested. Also on this slide is a listing of dual enrollment options we have to offer here at WHS. The list continues to grow each year. Dual enrollment is a great opportunity for students to pay a discounted course fee and earn college credit at the same time. To some, depending on the course, are offered through Montgomery County Community College, and others are offered through the Rochester Institute of Technology. This slide highlights course changes for the 22-23 school year. We have 2 changes to the Family and Consumer Science classes. We have renamed the Child Development course to Child Development and Preschool Lab. There are no prereqs for either, and both of them are open to students in grades 10 through 12. Please familiarize yourselves with the program of studies for specifics on the course descriptions. Finally, an additional update with our North Monco pertains to the Allied Health and Biomedical Technology students. As an Allied Health or Biomedical Technology student, you are required to register for one of our virtual high school courses. For this year, students can choose between a virtual high school course or an independent study in STEM research skills course offered here at the high school. This information can also be found in our program of studies. The independent STEM course and research skills is only open for our Allied Health and Biomedical Technology students in place of the VHS course. Finally, the Pennsylvania State Legislature passed Act 136, changing the graduation requirements related to Keystone exam proficiency for students. This is now a high school graduation requirement beginning with the class of 2023. Remember that there are alternate ways or pathways to demonstrate proficiency. Those can be found on our website. We also offer remediation supports for students, like support during intervention enrichment time period, support through an online remediation program, and students can take multiple attempts to attain proficiency on the Keystone exams.
Good evening. I'm Lisa Kelly, one of the assistant principals here at the high school. I would like to take a few moments to talk about the transition from 8th grade into the high school. Our 9th grade students will be part of the 9th grade academy. The academy is meant to help ease the transition into the high school. Being part of the academy does not change the course selection process for the 9th graders. There are 3 different teams, and the 9th grade teachers have a unique time built into their schedules that allows them to meet with other teachers on their team. They use this time to talk about their courses, have common planning time, hold parent-teacher conferences, and discuss ways to support their students. Here is a sample of our schedule. Don't worry, it looks more complicated than it is. We run on a 6-day cycle. On days 1 through 4, you will meet with your homeroom teacher where attendance will be taken and you will hear important announcements. On days 5 and 6, attendance will be taken in your first session course. Courses do rotate depending on the day. For example, on day 1, you will have 7 sessions and your first course will be your first class. On days 2, you will have 7 sessions starting with your second course, and so on and so forth. Days 5 and 6 are our block days that include our IE sessions. In addition to the 9th Grade Academy, we also have other programs in place to ensure a smooth transition into the high school. The first program is our WHS Ambassadors Club. The Ambassadors Club works to make new students feel comfortable and welcome in the high school. They also strive to establish relationships with fellow students and foster a sense of community. Another amazing program that was started a few years ago is WISLink. The program helps facilitate the 9th grade transition by scheduling students into smaller homerooms where upperclassmen will push in to help check in virtually and in person. In addition, they host events throughout the year that include academic and social follow-up activities, our Link Flyover Day in May, and our 9th grade orientation in August.
Hi, my name is Antoinette Parada, and I am one of the high school counselors, and I'm also the liaison for North Monco Technical Career Center. Their campus is located next to North Penn High School, and our students are eligible to apply for their 10th grade year. North Monco offers the following clusters: construction trades, cosmetology, culinary arts, engineering and manufacturing design, health and human services, horticulture, power and transportation, and visual communications. A couple of things to note. All of our current 9th graders are eligible to attend North Monco next year. All 9th grade students participated in a North Monco info session on January 7th and have an opportunity to tour North Monco on January 25th. We will be collecting permission slips for that tour in the coming weeks. North Monco is holding an open house on Thursday, February 3rd from 5 o'clock to 7:30. The event is designed for parents and students to visit and tour the programs at North Monco. You have the opportunity to meet teachers and learn more information about the specific programs. Parents should have already received a letter in the mail. Enrollment forms are due to Wissahickon High School counselors on February 25th. The deadline for applications for the tech school is the following week, but we will need time to process the paperwork. If you have any questions, please reach out to your student's school counselor.
Hello, my name is Stacy Anderson, and I am the College and Career Counselor at Wissahickon High School. My role at the high school is a bit different than the other school counselors, so I wanted to take a minute to explain how our program works. I do not have an alphabetically assigned caseload like the other counselors and support students on an as-needed capacity throughout high school. I meet with students and parents who need assistance with college and career planning when they're ready. I won't ever replace a student's alphabetically assigned counselor, but I will be an additional support for your family. One of the most important parts of my job is creating relationships with post-secondary partners from across the country. This includes college representatives, military recruiters, trade and technical, school liaisons, community college partners, and other individuals who represent various paths for our students. I typically do this by traveling to visit with schools in person, but also meet with these individuals when they're here with us each year. These visits allow myself and the counseling team to stay current on issues and trends related to college admissions and post-secondary options, but also allow us time to keep them up to date with our initiatives and programs here at Wissahickon. To pass this information along to our families, our 11th and 12th grade students and parents receive regular email updates. We hold evening parent sessions throughout the year related to college planning, financial aid, and the application process, and we meet individually with students and parents throughout the year. An important tool that we have available to students at Wissahickon is called SCORE. SCORE is our web-based college and career planning program. All students at the high school have access to a SCORE account. Each year, we get our 9th graders introduced and set up with their account during their 10th grade course selection meetings. Parents who would like to have their own SCORE account can have one set up as well by contacting me directly. This program can be used to research colleges, view virtual tours, and see historical admissions data from our graduates. You can also record and track extracurricular activities, which could be helpful for resume building or for when you're ready to complete college applications. SCORE has a wonderful career inventory called U-Science, which becomes available to students in grade 10. U-Science is an aptitude-based career assessment that will link students to a career database showing thousands of jobs with the skills and demands needed for those professions. Feel free to reach out with any questions at any point in time or if you'd like to schedule a meeting. Planning for life after high school can be confusing, but myself and the other school counselors are here to help.
Hello, I'm Jim Cairns, Director of Activities and Athletics here at Wissahickon High School. We are challenging our students to get as involved as possible in our extracurricular programs. If students are leaving school when classes end at 2:35, they are missing out on some great learning opportunities through our extracurricular activities. At WHS, we offer over 50 clubs and 26 sports that help teach life lessons, engage students, and develop long-lasting relationships with their teammates and club members. Be sure to check out our athletic programs on wisathletics.com and also our Hello, I'm Jim Cairns, Director of Activities and Athletics here at Wissahickon High School. We are challenging our students to get as involved as possible in our extracurricular activities. If students are leaving school when classes end at 2:35, they're missing out on some amazing learning opportunities through our extracurricular programs. At Wissahickon High School, we offer over 50 extracurricular clubs and 26 sports that help engage students, teach life lessons, and develop long-lasting relationships. Be sure to check out all of our sports on wisathletics.com and all of our club information on wsdweb.org. Thank you and have a good evening.
For the second part of the Program of Studies night this evening, there are many options for breakout rooms for parents and students to ask questions of teachers from the various Wissahickon High School departments. You can drop in and out of the various rooms between 7:15 and 8:15 this evening. The purpose of these breakout rooms is to ask questions of staff related to curriculum, not questions about your student's particular course selection. Please understand that these teachers may not know your student, and those individual student questions should be addressed directly with your student's current teacher or school counselor at either the middle school or high school. In order to create smaller groups, some of these breakout sessions are broken down by student last name. Please click on the meeting link to join the meeting and ask your questions. These links are posted to the Wissahickon High School website. Please allow those people who were in the breakout rooms before you to ask their questions first. These breakout rooms will open at 7:15 this evening and remain open until 8:15 this evening. Thank you for joining us for our virtual Program of Studies night. Have a good evening.